All right, folks, welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. I'm with my beautiful sister, 𝗬𝗏 Rodriguez. And folks, you know what that means. The Freedom Switch with 𝗬𝗏.com. We'll be talking about a little bit of that, but we're going to be talking about mainly what the hell is going on. What I say, trench warfare. It's trench warfare. It's the battlefront at our household right now, dealing
That's
with
true.
home health care and everything that we're dealing with. But 𝗬𝗏, man,
Yeah,
obviously I'm in Vegas. I took some time to pull away for some air.
yeah,
I'm still working, doing podcasts, but you're really holding down the fort down there. Really appreciate it,
yeah.
man. Thank you.
So my brother and I tag team, right? And Nicole, we're a family who cares. But David, listen to this story. I'm just to tell you this really fast. But yeah, thank you. The freedomswitch.com, where the everyday person can get their stuff toxin free. We have a $1
But
special right
wait,
now.
but hold on. It's helped us a lot because we're not able to really go
Yeah,
shopping and do those things. So coming to
yeah,
the house has been a huge blessing,
yeah,
especially when you know the meat is all this and the
yeah,
stuff we're getting is pure antibiotic free.
yeah.
It's
And
and
I
it's
never
not grown
understood
in the
it.
lab.
Yeah, and I never understood people who go to, the big box stores and they get their E. coli beef and their
Yeah,
tox.
it's
It's crazy. And they don't change the ingredients, so you're just supporting their lawsuits. And when I say the freedom switch, freedom is like one of my favorite words in the English dictionary because I'm like, you can free yourself from the big box stores. You can free yourself from the corporate criminals. You can free yourself from the toxins, and it's cheaper. And they'll give you $100 to try
well,
it out.
I'm lazy and I like my stuff to come to my doorstep. So that's why I like it. But go ahead and share the story that you were gonna say.
Okay, so check this out. So this morning we had a wonderful caregiver. Okay, last name Rodriguez, by the way. So we're talking, and she tells me, she goes, "You want to hear a crazy story?" I said, "Yeah, of course I do. I'm always up for a crazy story." She said, "All right, a couple years ago in El Paso at a certain hospital, I'll tell you the name later, that her grandmother went to the hospital. Her grandmother had Alzheimer's dementia, okay? Goes to the hospital. Her brother, the grandma's grandson, they're a Rodriguez family. They were very involved in the care with the grandmother, like us, very involved, always showing up, always caring, like what's going on. Okay. Grandma's in the hospital with Alzheimer's dementia. Grandson, who is an amateur boxer, by the way, he knows how to throw some hands. Okay. Decides, hey, I'm going to go check up on my grandma earlier than they expected. He's walking down the hallway. He hears some screaming. He's like, goes into the room. Big nurse guy is spanking grandma,
What?
spanking
What are you
grandma
talking about?
on my life. She told me this story this morning. I said, "What?" And I want to preface this first by just telling you and your audience, like, listen, there are some absolutely amazing nurses and doctors who have saved our parents' lives numerous times, but there are bad apples out there. And you don't know who's hiring and who's coming in or what their mental, capacity is. This guy was spanking her with big
Like a
old,
child.
like a child, because she didn't want the bed bath. The water was cold.
What?
Okay. And she told me that he had spanked her so hard there were hand marks on her. Okay. This guy who is a Rodriguez boxer, you can only imagine what happened next, right?
Pow,
Keep
pow,
in
pow.
mind, yeah, hands were flying. And you can imagine
He
there were no
got it. He got punished for it.
listen, well, guess so. Security comes running down the hallway, right? They didn't come when the screams were happening, right? But they come when boxer guy Rodriguez throws him out into the hallway. Don't you hit my grandmother? And it was chingazos are flying, right? Security arrests grandson, of course, put him in jail. Grandpa was an ex-cop. He gets his grandson out. This guy was fired. The hospital was sued. Okay, there's no question there. But how terrifying is that it just took like this one guy who just thought, "Oh, I'm going to teach her a lesson. She doesn't want the bed bath."
Well,
Okay?
I mean, we're kind of experiencing our own nightmares with this as well, like
Yeah.
stuff missing from the house. And I'm not saying I'm not pointing fingers at anybody right now, but it could have been, but I'm just saying like it's an ongoing nightmare. No one prepares you for your parents
No,
becoming elderly and then getting sick. This is not something you can prepare for.
no.
There's nothing
They're
that
they're
could
they're
ever.
vulnerable. They're a vulnerable sector of our society. But David, knowing us and what we're doing, and this gave me more resolve for what we're doing because I'm like, because in the house we had some physical. I'm not. Well, I'm sorry, verbal, possibly physical abuse. Okay, and you know what I'm talking about in our own house,
Yeah, and these are
in
people
our own
you
house
trust.
with cameras, with someone we thought we could trust.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway,
No,
she told me that
it's
they did sue the hospital, and I don't know, what the settlement was, but can you imagine that? That
oh,
threw me for a loop.
see, it's hard enough already what we're going through, and then like to deal with abusive people or people that just don't care about your parents like the way you do, obviously, and that's understandable. I get it. Not everyone, they're not going to care about your parents the way you do, but the
Yeah,
fact that they're abusive or you and I have caught, we have it on camera. We're not going to say who, but we caught the nurses
yeah,
threatening our father to call the police and have him
yeah,
taken to the hospital. They don't give a, and
yeah,
screaming, verbally abusing them.
yeah,
When we
yeah,
saw that, I said, This is what you're doing, and these are people you're supposed to be trusting." And
yeah.
um,
I
you know,
know, David.
and
It's so
honestly,
scary.
like I could go completely ham on these people with the social media following that I have and do what I need to do. I'm not going to do that because I have class, I have dignity. And I
Yeah.
think that a lot, but like I said, no one prepares you for this time in your life when you're dealing with this. And
No.
and here
And
we
let,
are in
and let me just
the
say,
fight of our lives.
yeah, and especially when, you've had like rock star parents who just took care of everything, no question. And then, this is the thing, you get into this vulnerable stage of your life. Everybody's headed there. So it's like have a plan, know what you're doing because man, and we always knew like no, that the whole senior home, all this stuff, but this happened in a hospital, David, where this woman had to be.
It's
Oh,
just,
by the way, David, she died a week later. I
oh,
think she was so traumatized she stopped eating. She had Alzheimer's dementia. She stopped eating and she passed.
so my thoughts on this is it doesn't matter if it happens in the hospital or your own home. Disrespecting elderly people, the three classes that I don't tolerate are animals,
Yeah.
children, and elderly. And everyone knows I've come out fighting for the children. I have anti-bullying speeches at schools. I'm very aware of all this. I'm a prominent speaker in El Paso on anti-bullying. But it doesn't just mean the kids at school. It means our
Yeah.
elderly, anybody who's weak that can't fend for themselves. There are
Yeah.
people out there that will abuse them and
That
take
will
advantage
take
of them and
advantage.
steal from them. They see weakness. They see there's not, and those people, think about this for a second. They're drawn to those professions, just like predators are drawn to daycares and are drawn to play schools and parks.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
It's the same
Those sick
thing.
people
Sick people.
that's why this is so
That's why
important
they
for
prey
us.
on them. That's why they
Right.
get into the, yeah. Right. And also ask yourself, like, how many times did that happen before that he was never caught?
Dude, I
And where is this guy now? You know what? Okay, so he's been fired, but guess what? He could go to another state. He could be a caregiver. Okay.
yeah.
I'm just saying, man, and you got to be really careful and never let your guard down. And the fact that that kid went in there at an unannounced time, where they didn't expect it, and then he walks in and says, "Oh, I
Dude,
thought, man,
I'm sorry that dude. I don't. I mean, there's
I
just.
know,
I
I
guess I'd be
know,
in jail for life. That's all I'm gonna say. But
yeah,
let's talk about the Freedom Switch, Tricia, folks. If you hit that link, she will give you a call, and
yeah,
we'll follow up on it. But it is amazing products. I walk the walk. I don't just talk the talk. I get the products every month and the
yeah,
meat every month. So, with tariffs happening and inflation, they've kept it real the whole time, and it's a great service. So every time I do a little podcast with my sister, I like to promote what she's doing, which is the Freedom Switch with Tricia
thank you,
.com.
good.
Do
Yeah,
you want to
and
elaborate
you
on
know
any of this?
what?
Because I mean, it
Yes,
is an American product. It is for
yeah,
Americans. It's
you're
American
you're
made.
you're, you're voting with your dollars. You get toxin-free products. They have everything, sulfate-free shampoo to the penetrate that dad loves. They have new specials on steaks. There's Denver steaks, 16-ounce delicious steaks. David, you love the steaks, right? They're absolutely delicious.
I have two freezers packed with their
Yeah.
steak.
And I call it the store for the little guy. You can join for $1 today, tomorrow. It'll give you a $52 ongoing discount on your beef. Don't get the stuff at the big box stores that have E. coli. And Jeff Bezos and these people don't care about you. And you can free yourself from the crazy liberals, the agendas, the stuff that's happening at the big box stores. You can free yourself from that. These people are straight up
Well,
Christian.
this
They pray
stuff
over their
was
food, David. They pray
this
over
stuff
their food.
Right. This stuff was very good lockdowns and stuff like that. And what I've always
Yeah.
said is that what's next is going to be there's more lockdowns coming, but they will be voluntary. It's going to get so crazy. The atmosphere is going to get so charged that people aren't going to want to go out anymore. And that's already happening. And
Yeah.
I even dread going to the grocery store. How many times has someone
Yeah.
recognized me at the grocery store and saying, I don't agree with what you do or whatever? To me,
Yeah.
it's just whatever's easier to get the products sent to my house. I love
Yeah.
it. And
Hey, and you know
that's why.
what? They're always adding products. Like they have beef jerky. I call it protein on the go. They are delicious. They're like jalapeno beef jerky sticks. They have creatine. They just added creatine. Like
Wow. I
they're
didn't even
adding.
know about the
Yeah.
creatine.
Yes.
Get
I
that.
just ordered some. I'm like, damn, okay, I need some. And also, by the way, creatine's supposed to be really good for your brain. Did you
I,
know
I think we should be giving that to mom and dad. Do
that?
you?
Yes, I'll order them some. But you're right, it comes to your doorstep. You can join for $1. They'll give you $100 to try out the store over the next 5 months. You can like try out the store. It's everything with snacks, popcorn, we have it all, and the steaks. You can get like a really good deal on the steaks. But for me, it's also about the mission, the freedom switch with 𝗬𝗏. Like you can get away from Chinese big box stores and their overpriced pricing. They don't pay big,
I mean,
they
it's
won't pay
just
celebrities, you know what I mean, to advertise.
that's why I say vote with your dollars and forget the big box stores. And this is the American way. Another thing I want to say is I just want to tell everyone that I really appreciate everyone that has prayed for because I really believe the prayers have gone really
Yeah.
far with our family. There are prayer warriors out there right now praying for mom and dad, and they know what
No,
we're
David.
doing. They don't understand. I mean, a lot of people can't. Some of these people have already lost their parents and are in the process of losing their parents, so they know what we're going through. This has
Yeah.
been the worst, bar none, worst time of my life. Like
This is,
this is the hardest I've ever
I,
gone through in
I
my life,
know.
and like that's why.
But you know what, David, what it's taught me though, it's taught me a lot. Like in my head, I say, wow, man, these people are facing a mountain and they get up every day. Our parents get up every day and they face these obstacles and what they're going through. Think about what they're going through. You know what I mean? And I try to,
I still think it's harder for us, Trish.
you do? Because
Yeah,
I
because they
sometimes
don't remember. Dad didn't even remember being in the hospital for 3 months. He was like, I was.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, but what a warrior, because you know what happened? Like what a warrior. I don't think I've ever come across anybody with that kind of spirit. You
No.
know what I mean? And mom too. Like they're
We
my
lost him three,
heroes.
4 times in the last 3 months.
Yeah. So I don't know, I just try to focus on like the blessings and I try to not look at the burdens, because I mean, like I'm like, oh my God, this is tough. This is tough. But when I hear stories like I did this morning, I'm like,
And when I see the nurses like they don't want to talk to you or me or whatever, I'm like, dude, this is your job.
yeah, this is your
Like
job.
these are our parents. This is do or die for us. This
Yeah.
isn't for you. You get to go home and play with your kids or whatever. This is 24/7 for us.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
this is what we're dealing with all the ends in. Well, they're already 91, 86. Yeah, I hope I get him till he's 95.
Yeah,
I hope I get him till
exactly.
he's 95. What's your
Yeah.
problem?
And how about
Like, get
help
out
us?
of here. If you don't want to, dude, seriously, I have no tolerance for these people.
I know we've had quite a few caregivers and I'm like, you know what?
We've had to go, it's a rotating door over there. And yeah, our reputation may be whatever it is, but those are our
Yeah.
parents, and it is do or die for us.
Yeah, I know.
It
I'm
is
like,
do or die for
I'm
us.
sorry I'm raising a high bar that you can't check on the Foley tube
Right,
that needs
right,
to be
right.
checked on. You
And
know
he
what I
gets an
mean?
infection every month. It's just,
Yeah. And then you're just back at the hospital again. And God forbid you have a bad fruit like this guy who's, got
elderly. Dude, this is insane.
David.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, this is
I don't even know what
the
to say either,
reality.
but I feel like I was supposed to hear that story this morning because I was like, man, this can be really tough. Not only was she a Rodriguez, but her brother boxes. So imagine, imagine that. Imagine you walking in on something
I'd be in
like
jail for
that.
life because it
I
wouldn't have
know.
been just a few punches. I would be in jail for life.
David, I
I would
know.
not.
And you know
I
what?
would throw away the key. I'd be done.
And listen, me too. I thought, you know what? I don't care how big that guy is. I would be dead. I would be dead. You know what I mean? I would
Yeah.
be dead.
Trisha, I appreciate you coming on. I got to get going. I want to get downstairs. The Freedom
And
Switch
down
with
a bunch.
Tricia.com. The Freedom Switch with Tricia.com. I'll put the link down below, folks. And go American. Walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk. This is the best route. I love it. I'm still on board with it. Tricia, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, $1 right now. $1.
$1. $1.
$1. Get the dollar.
All right.
I love you.
All right, Trish. Love you. Stay with me for a
Love
second.
you. Okay, have fun.